to our fourth virtual camp fair of the season, hosted by KidsAbility and the Waterloo Region Family Network. The purpose of this evening is to provide information about summer camps and summer programs, providing programming and supports for teens and adults with special needs in both Waterloo Region and Guelph Wellington. So we will begin this evening by passing it over to Courtney from Rainbow Day Camp.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, KidsAbility, for organizing this incredible event. And thank you, families, for coming. My name is Courtney, and I am the administrator of Rainbow Day Camp. We are a camp in Guelph. We pride ourselves on being inclusive, and this is actually our 50th year. So we are very, very excited. And I'm so excited to chat with you guys tonight all about our teen camp program. So I'm going to share my screen. Make it even a little bit bigger. Perfect. Okay, so if you don't know about our teen camp program, let me tell you all about it. We call it teen/tween because it's for youth ages 12 to 17. At Rainbow Day Camp, we do offer one full week of one-to-one support for campers who require it. You do not need to live in Guelph to have our support. You don't not need to have a diagnosis. You just need to apply, and we can provide it depending on numbers and if we have enough people. We do partner very closely with supporting kids in camp. So if you are in the Guelph area, you're able to use that as an option. Like I said, we have communication back and forth with them. So if you register with us and we're full with support, there's a possibility you can use supporting kids in camp if you're in the Guelph area. We also invite families to bring their own personal support worker if that is an option for you. Teen Camp is very unique. We really like to learn about our campers before they come. We really like to adapt our programming to who we have depending on the week. But programming could include, but is not limited to, arts and crafts. We have an indoor and outdoor games and activities. We have a big, beautiful green field and a park, plus we have an indoor gym. We do sensory activities. We have water play 3 afternoons a week. That could include water balloons, slip and slides, sprinklers, really anything fun just to keep us wet and cool. We have a cooking corner a few days a week. We have theater games, science experiments, definitely a lot of dance and karaoke parties. Our whole camp runs camp-wide games on Wednesdays, and our teen camp are definitely invited to come. And then on Fridays, we have special events or special guests. Plus, our counselors usually dress up, and we have what's called our counselor challenge happening on Fridays. What I think is probably one of my favorite things about our particular teen camp program is that we have plans, we have programs, we have all these great activities plans, but we also understand that teens sometimes can change their minds. So we like to give them opportunities and choices and really kind of let them dictate what they're comfortable with and what they want to do in terms of activities. So for this particular summer, we're offering 3 weeks of our teen camp. Our first week is July 10th to the 14th, and the theme that week is called Mystical Medieval. So we're thinking like medieval times with some magic, with some arts, crafts, activities, tons of fun stuff. The second week of teen camp runs July 24th to 28th, and that's going to be a space theme to the moon and back with lots of sensory, science experiments, so much more fun activities. And then the last week is August 14th to 18th, and that is really an arts focused week for our teens and really being able to adapt programming that they can participate in with an art kind of focus around it. Our time and location of our camp. So we used to be located at the University of Guelph. A few years ago, we did move to a new location. It's called the St. Rene Gopal School. It's at 221 Scottsdale Drive in Guelph. Closest intersection is kind of College and the Hanlon. And our camp runs officially 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, but we do have an option of drop off and pick up from 8:30 to 4:30, and that's all included within that $220 per week per camper. For registration for this summer, it is happening on March 6th at 12 p.m. noon. This is what we call our early registration. This is for all the campers who require extra support at camp. So this definitely includes our teen campers. All of our registration takes place on our website, rainbowdaycamp.com, under the Apply for Camp section. If your teen camper does have siblings, they can register on that same date, even if they do not require extra support. And another thing that I like to offer new families in particular is if you want to connect with me before that registration date, I can help you get an account set up. So then come registration date, you're not worrying about doing that on top of everything else. As you can imagine, our space is limited and it is first come, first serve. So the last thing I'd like to share with all of you is my contact information. So once again, that rainbowdaycamp.com. You can email me at rainbowdaycamp@gmail.com. And then our camp office number is 519-837-0387. And unfortunately, I am not able to hang around this evening to answer questions, but I would love to hear from anyone who does have any questions for me. So once again, you can contact me. Usually probably the best thing is to go to our website and see me from there.
Okay, thank you. Anything else you want to share, Courtney?
Nope, that's everything. I was just trying to stop my share for you. Perfect.
Okay, well, thank you,
Thank you so much
Courtney.
for having me again. I'm sorry I have to leave. There's an 11-year-old with a very important hockey game, but please send me your questions. Give me a call. I want to set you up before that registration date. Any help I can, I would love to support you guys. So thank you.
Thanks, Courtney. Okay, we are going to turn it over to Emily from Hidden Acres.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Emily from Hidden Acres Mennonite Camp. I'm the program director there. And I'm going to be talking this evening about a couple different programs that we run for teens and adult ages. I'm just going to share my screen here. Make sure it's coming up. Are we good? All right. So like I said, we are Hidden Acres Mennonite Camp and Retreat Center. We're located just outside of KW, between New Hamburg and Stratford, just outside of Shakespeare. And we are in our 61st year this year, which is very, very exciting. This is a list of the programs that we run throughout the summer. As you can see, our SIAC program, which is one of the programs I'll be talking about this evening. It's our Supported Young Adults Camp, is happening 2 different weeks throughout the summer, in July 23rd to 26th, and then August 27th to 30th. So it's a Sunday to Wednesday overnight program. Our SIAC program is an opportunity for young adults with special needs to come out to camp and enjoy all the traditional camp activities with modifications as needed based on ability and what the campers are going to enjoy. So things like swimming, canoeing, archery, climbing, fishing, lots of different fun camp activities. Our SIAC program runs at a 2-to-1 camper to staff ratio. So we have 2 to 3 campers in a room and then 1 to 2 staff with those campers in that room. We have a fully accessible building, our Woodhouse Retreat Center, where our SIAC program is based out of. So all our campers stay in the Woodhouse, in the different rooms there, and then get to enjoy the outdoors as well with the rest of the camp property. When we have campers for SIAC, we do, just based on the support that we can provide, campers need to be independent in the washroom and they can't have any strong or aggressive behaviors. A way to see if SIAC is a good fit for you, we have a information package on our website that just asks some good questions that you can review for your camper to see if SIAC is a good fit. And then also, if you're unsure, feel free to give us a call. We can have a conversation to see if your camper would be a good fit. You can also come out to camp to see the facilities. We can give you a tour, and that gives us an opportunity to interact with your camper to see if they will be a good fit, and for you to see if Hidden Acres will be a good fit for you and your family. At this point, our registration opened on February 1st, and our SIAC program filled up very quickly. So we are currently waitlisting, but I encourage you to hop on the waitlist, as there is possibility that we will be able to add more campers as time goes on. So I encourage you to jump on that waitlist if the SIAC program seems like it will be a good fit for your camper. I'm also going to chat a little bit about our CLASP program, which is our Community Life and Skills program. It happens every Thursday from now until April 27th. It's for young adults ages 18 to 35. It's from 9:30 to 4:30. It's $90 a day, and we have a 4-to-1 camper ratio. We do lots of skill building together. There's often a creative element, an active element, and a cognitive element where we are engaging with our participants for the day with activities like baking and crafts and games and time outside as weather permits. We have a lot of fun with our CLASP program. Registration for CLASP is on our website. And you can register for one day, or you can register for all the Thursdays, whatever is going to work best for you and your family. You can register for one and then decide that you liked it and want to register for more, or not, whatever is going to work best for you and your participant. And that registration will stay open until we finish running the program. We, at this point, have spots available every week for people to join our CLASP program. So yeah, you can check us out at www.hiddenacres.ca if you have more questions. We have lots of information on our website. You can email us for more information at info@hiddenacres.ca. I'll get those emails and be able to respond to you. And you can also give us a call at 519-625-8602, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Okay, so thank you, Emily. We are now going to turn it over to Shelley, and Shelley is going to give us information on the Adults in Motion camps.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Yes, my name is Shelley Murphy, and I am the Executive Director and co-founder of Adults in Motion. I am just going to take a second to take control of this slideshow here. Just watching for that to come up, and there it is. All right, there we go. So Adults in Motion, camp days for 2023. So this is your opportunity to join a day program for a camp experience, to check out what day programming looks like, or how it feels like, perhaps to explore that, or to see what life after high school might look like. So we offer those as camp opportunities. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And so Adults in Motion, we are a not-for-profit day program for adults with developmental disabilities. And this year we're celebrating our 14th year. So for camp opportunities, we welcome high school students or adults to join our day program for summer holidays, March break, PD days, winter break, really an opportunity year round to come check us out, to experience what we might be like. And we offer flexible enrollment based on your schedule. So choosing days or weeks based on your schedule and spots available in the program. And it's an opportunity, like I said, to experience what life could look like after graduation, and to help bridge the transition from school to adult life. All right, so we have local locations in Kitchener on Franklin Street. So that's right beside Sunnyside Nursing Home and wedged in between Franklin Public Schools. So we're located inside St. Luke's Church. That's our Kitchener location. And our other location moved in Cambridge over the past 2 years, and we're now in downtown Preston on King Street. We also have 2 locations in Hamilton and Oakville, but today we're talking about the Waterloo region. And so what do we do? So as you can imagine, all the fun stuff, volunteer opportunities, one of the big things we do with our participants, looking for opportunities for our folks to get out into the community and give back, finding people's gifts and strengths and really highlighting those in community give back opportunities. Of course, meaningful experiences are always our goal, finding purpose in the simple things sometimes, or doing extravagant things. Indoor and outdoor activities, which include also emotional and physical health, life skills. We're in the kitchen a lot, doing lots of life skills, and fun and creative programming. So it's with the belief. I'm just going to move my cursor down there. It's with the belief and understanding that everyone has a place where they should feel valued, understood, and purposeful. And so we believe that we create a place of belonging. That's our goal. All right. So who are the Adults in Motion participants? So we welcome participants for camp days who are above the age of 16 with varying abilities. So our participants need to be successful in a 5-to-1 ratio, which is what our ratio is of staff to participants, both inside and while traveling out in the community. Because we're community active, it's very important that we stick to that 5-to-1 ratio. And we also have up to 15 participants a day as our max. So one of our criteria is no aggressive or disruptive behavior, no bolting, and generally independent in the washroom. This was a really nice slide with a video on it. It talked about, gave you a bit of a picture of what Adults in Motion looks like in the day program, what we're doing, and the kind of activities we do. Unfortunately, our link is not, or the link to this slideshow is not working. So I invite you to go check us out on our YouTube page. That's just Adults in Motion on YouTube. You'll see lots of videos about what our program looks like. And there's a note about the opportunity for high school students to check us out within their high school. So if you want an opportunity for your student, perhaps if you're in high school, to become involved with us, talk to your teacher. We do have connections with the schools and offer placements. That's what the video looked like. It's not going to play for us though. So next we have our virtual programs, which is also open as a camp opportunity or just a day-to-day opportunity. It runs Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4:15, and you can pick any class you want, try it out. It's one registration time and it's one link, super easy to use. And you can find this on our website, the calendar and all the information at adultsinmotion.org. I'll say that again at the end of the meeting. And this again was a really nice video. I had some nice videos for you today, but that's okay. This video wasn't working with the teams here, but that's okay. Again, you can find this on our YouTube channel, and it's just a really cool opportunity to let you guys know some of the stuff our participants do. They did start an Etsy program or an Etsy store, and they're currently selling their Etsy crafts. Oh, that just flicked. Someone. Oh. I just lost control. Here we go. We'll flick through. And so, yeah, so that's Adults in Motion Etsy. If you want to see what what our participants are also doing, they're doing that to raise funds for their day program, for their adventures. And they've also been featured on CTV News recently and last year. So that was really cool. And this is the last one. So if you want to follow us on Instagram or check us out to see what a day in the life of Adults in Motion looks like, check us out at adultsinmotion.org on Instagram, Facebook, the same, Adults in Motion. And our website to register, which is open year-round, is adultsinmotion.org. And click the city you'd like to join. And thank you very much for having me. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you, Shelley. We're now going to turn it over to Joanne from Community Living Cambridge.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us tonight. I'm going to share my screen and talk about our camp. Oh, I'm going to share my screen. Just one second. Do you see my PowerPoint? Hold on. There we go. Whoop. Okay. So this is us. This is Community Living Cambridge. This is our Fun Days camp. Sorry, I'm just going to move my, so I can see. Okay, perfect. So this year it's going to be located out of our Hespeler Center. In the past, sorry, are you able, sorry. I'm not able, there we go. Okay. So in the past, we've had our camp under the Franklin Center located on Franklin Boulevard. This year, we decided to shake it up. So it's actually going to be offered at our Hesper location, which is a new and renovated building. So our camp is offered for the ages between 14 and 22, and we offer a combination of recreation and interest-based activities for teens and young adults. And we put them in different boxes or selections, which is basic life skills, social skills, and recreation and leisure. Hold on, I'm just going to move my cursor so I can see. Perfect. Okay. So our basic life skills, it's going to be cooking in our new and renovated kitchen. It's a beautiful kitchen. We're going to do kitchen safety as well as cooking and baking techniques, creating delicious and nutritious meals. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Meals daily. We're going to engage also. We're building a culinary garden to go part and parcel with our kitchen, which we're really excited about, in addition to plant-based gardens. We're also going to talk about communication and our friendships and our relationships, health and fitness and well-being. We're also going to do transit training. And our social skills, we support social development in all of our activities through teamwork, confidence reinforcement, inclusion, and equity. And these are going to be through real life experiences. So it just blends beautifully. It's not, a workshop. It's nothing in particular. It's just woven in quite nicely. And at the end of each week, we're going to have weekly dances. We also have recreation and leisure. I'm a recreation therapist. So this part, the play part is really important to me. A lot of value in that. So we're going to offer a wide range of activities. We have lawn bowling, horseshoes, arts and crafts, meditation. In this location, we're really fortunate. It's got a huge backyard and it's all fenced in. And there's just endless opportunities. Part of it is shaded, part of it is open. So there's lots of opportunities for water activities. So I think I heard someone mention the slip and slide. We do the same thing. And sprinklers, water balloons are always a fan favorite, that's for sure. And
Joanne, sorry to interrupt, but I think you muted yourself.
I did, sorry. Okay, so quick fun facts. The camp is from July 4th to August 21st. That's 8 weeks. So we're full week registrations only, no half days, no single days. So it's 1 week all the way to 8 weeks. And there's no cap on that. If you want 8 weeks of camp, you can register for 8 weeks. If you only want one, you can register for that as well. Full week cost is $350 per week, and a 4-day week for the holidays is $280. We do offer before and after care. It's available upon request. It's something that we know that some people need sometimes and sometimes not always. So we just do it case by case. The time is from 9 to 3:30, and we have a really nice staff base this year. So we have one camp supervisor on site. I am also on site. My office is located at this location. We have 2 camp senior leaders and we have 4 camp staff. So we have a lot of support.
You're muted again, Joanne.
Sorry. Okay, we'll get through this. Okay, so our location of facilities. So again, it's going to be at our Hespeler location, which is now located at our newly renovated Hespeler location, which is at 162 Hespeler Road. It's just down the street from the YMCA. We're going to have daily cooking and kitchen safety, opportunities for campers to prepare food in the meal prep, as well as the finished product. We're even going to introduce our own spinoff, the Cake Boss. It's a Food Network program, and we've designed a program around it, and it's wildly successful and a ton of fun. Our kitchen is so beautiful. I just can't talk enough about it because it just faces the back and it's just full sun all day. So it's just such great vibes. That's the best way I can put it. So we also have a large outdoor green space. It's fenced in, which is amazing. And I already spoke of the culinary garden, but it's pretty cool. I have a culinary diploma that I've not used in many, many years, but I'm also going to be, helping spearhead this. And it's just going to be a great opportunity to actually cultivate and cook with the materials from outside and make that connection, which I think is so great. Even, it's indoor herbs as well as outdoor. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be really important life skills.
Joanne, can you speak
yep.
if dietary restrictions or allergies can be accommodated with the cooking?
Oh,
portion?
Absolutely. And we do that now. Yes, we do that now. So that's certainly not a problem at all. We do have a peanut-free environment anyway. We don't have to, but we do have that. But if there's gluten or anything in particular, we can absolutely, explore that. Definitely. We have our 3 towers of camp that we are really passionate about, and that is recreation and leisure and play and life skills and social skills. And the transit, as I mentioned, is located right at the end of the driveway. So it's really, we can get to all kinds of different adventures in our camp day, which is nice. I might mute myself again because every time I click, I mute myself. Nope. Okay, I was successful. Last slide, I was successful. Okay, so camp registration actually opens this is the first time we've been opening registration this soon, but it was in demand last year, and so we're happy to accommodate that, and it's super exciting. I also want to mention that we are planning on having an open house 1 week to 2 weeks prior to camp opening. So before July 4th, the 2 weeks ahead of that, we're going to open an open house on each Wednesday. So people can't make one, they can make the other one. We did this last year and it was really successful. So you can come with your individual, with your camper, the families can come, they can see the space, they can meet the counselors before the first day. It's just to kind of reduce any anxiety, or, let's flush out some questions that you may have, see the space before, first day of camp. I think that's kind of all I have, but I'm excited. I'm super jazzed about the camp. I have a lot of hopes for this location. I just think it's ideal. So we're also getting a flagpole, which some of you may think is kind of silly, but I am all over it. I used to work for the city and camp, and I am all about this flagpole. When you arrive, we're going to arrive outside by this flagpole, and the theme of the week will be represented on the flag. So it's going to raise the flag of the week and then lower it at the end of the week. So I'm pretty jazzed about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that is it for us. So like I said, we can register on My Community Hub. So at My Community Hub, at the bottom of the page, you'll see an icon that looks like Community Living Cambridge. You want to hit that icon and that will take you directly to the registration. And my name is Joanne Leslie, as I mentioned, and my number is 519-841-0396. So you can call me, you can send me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions or give a private tour if you'd like to see it sooner. Okay, that's great. And now I have to figure out how to.
Joanne, can you talk a little bit about your ratios, accessibility, and personal care support?
Yes, absolutely. So right now, I capped it at 15 because we have a lot of staff that will allow us. We haven't gone past that number in the past. I'm willing to open it, to extend it if need be, but 15 is a nice ratio. This gives us a ratio of anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 per individual. And if if the numbers are lower, then we have a great opportunity to have one-on-one. I can't guarantee that each week. Personal care, we have lots of supports for that. We have aides that works. We have like facilitators, and we also have personal support aides. They're called facilitating aides in our building. And so they're always there to support anybody that needs it. We do a welcome package, and in that welcome package is like, hey, let's get to know your individual. And that's a really detailed package about, hey, so what do you like? What do you not like? What are your triggers? What are your interests? Where are you, so we can meet your needs so you have a great camp opportunity.
And how about accessibility? So can you take someone in a wheelchair, or do they have to be ambulatory?
No, we'll take any accessibility. It's a great building. We have 2 washrooms that are fully accessible.
Thank you. So thank you, Joanne.
No, thank you for having us. I really appreciate it. And I got to tell you, these camps just sound so awesome. I've learned so much tonight already.
So yeah, it's great for families to hear all about the opportunities. We're going to turn it over to Jennifer from KW Hub.
Hi, everybody. You're going to have to give me a little bit. Oh, there we go. Maybe.
Jennifer, I think it's just
sharing.
at
It
the
just
end
looks
of
like
There
your-
we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of not new to tech, but pretty useless with tech. So I am so excited today to be talking to you about YEP, Youth Exploring Possibilities, which is the youth summer program run through KidsAbility. I have no idea what year we're in, but I've been in it for almost 8 now. And I have to tell you, I love it because I've been able to see the first group of kids grow up and grow out of my program and then into their lives moving forward. So tell you a little bit about what we do. So what are we? We are an interactive and engaging program for 13 to 21-year-olds. We focus on a few different things. The first is we want to explore what community resources are out there and what recreational activities are there. We want to give the young people that we're working with as much opportunity as possible to explore so that they can figure out what they like and what they don't like and maybe what they would like to explore further. When available, we have opportunities to volunteer and to learn important skills, work skills. For example, we have a partnership with our Canada Summer Jobs Summer Youth Program, and the job coaches A couple of times during the year, we'll come in and do presentations on, okay, let's talk about work. What is a work? What is work? What is the difference between having a job and a career? And explaining some of those realities. For example, is if you do want a job, well, that means you're going to work, right? And find out what types of work that you want to do. You're not necessarily going to get those March breaks off or PA days. No, you're going to work when you're scheduled. So a lot of that kind of stuff. And we want to help the young people that we work with gain confidence as they navigate our region using the Grand River Transit. So a little bit more on that. So far, we've heard about camps that occur within a center. YEP doesn't occur within a center. A typical day at YEP is loved ones will drop their participant off with us. They will spend maybe half an hour at our head office at 99 Ottawa Street South in Kitchener, and then they're out on the GRT. And then they don't come back until the end of the day because our goal is to get them out there, get them exploring, help them to gain some confidence with that system. Because again, knowing how to travel and knowing how to get places is such a boost for independence. Okay, so our goal is to foster that self-confidence, independence, healthy living habits, environmental awareness, learning leadership, and other skills that prove beneficial and long into adulthood. So how do we actually do that? We have theme weeks. So each week will be a different theme, and our activities both in and out in the community will be based on that. So for example, we'll have a theme week of science. So in that week, they'll travel to KW Habs, our farm, where we grow and produce enough food to feed our 28 homes throughout the summer, and we do preserves. So our young people will go there, they'll work alongside of our farm coordinator and our garden interns, and they'll learn about plant life. They'll learn about all that environmental science. And then maybe the next day they're going to the museum to participate in science experiments there. And then maybe another day they'll go to Dune Pioneer Village to learn about science from the 1800s. So we're trying to give different experiences all while they're exploring. Other things that we do to help foster these great habits is we bring in information and we bring in professionals. So while I did say a lot of our stuff is out, every once in a while we will host learning opportunities. For example, with our Canada Summer Job coaches, they will come in and they will do teaching. We also provide abuse prevention education 2 to 3 times in the summertime to the groups that are attending. For those that are under the age of 18, there is a parental consent form that needs to be signed for that, but those over 18 can make the choice whether or not to participate. We focus on physical activities, and I think that goes in there. Nope, we focus on physical activities. Some examples are swimming, weekly swimming, because, well, we're fish, as well as rock climbing or copious amounts of walking. Because we are on the transit system, our young people need to know that there is walking involved. We don't use vans, we don't drive people. You're walking to bus stops. And for example, when we go to Bingaman's, that's a long walk. So people need to be prepared for that by wearing proper shoes and proper clothing so that they can have the best possible time. We also engage with our community in a variety of ways. I've mentioned the museum, but we also go to Pioneer Park. We volunteer when available. So we've had groups go to self-help or food banks to help sort food, or they will go to a kitchen and help prepare meals, learning again some of those valuable skills that we need as we grow into adulthood. So how do we do this? Navigating Kitchener-Waterloo using the GRT, increasing that awareness, understanding what's available, how to access it. So focusing in on that social, recreational, and that learning and lifestyle. We're practicing skills and self-advocacy. Again, I have a professional that comes in and talks to our young people about what it is to be a self-advocate, right? And what rights are and what your responsibilities are in relation to those rights. And then there's just that also natural moments of interacting with other youth, helping to build and develop those friendships and potentially longer term relationships. And I can say that there are friend groups that met within this program that have continued that friend group throughout, even though they've gone to different schools or they're different ages and whatnot. They found a commonality and they've been able to maintain that. This stuff makes me excited. All right. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more, you can contact me. But given some of the questions that we've had so far, I can let you know YEP is an unfunded program. So we're reliant on Canada Summer Jobs money to come in. So we have applied for it this year, but we will not get confirmation about whether or not we will be able to offer YEP, usually until the end of April. So I would suggest looking at our website, as well as we usually put stuff out on social media that we've got funding, and then we also put a blast out when registration opens. Typically, my registration will open in early May, and that's if I can get my ducks in a row. The costs for this are between 190 and 220, at least that's what it was last year. 190 for that 4-day week and 220 for that 5-day week. In that cost is we pay for everything. So the GRT entrance fees to everything is all covered within that cost. The only thing that the person needs to bring with them is their bagged lunch as they go, because we suggest not bringing cash because not everybody has that. We operate at a 1-to-4 ratio. So people do need to have some independent skills. They need to be able to keep up with the group. While I do have 4 staff that work with these individuals, and we can spread them out, having people who understand that walking component and don't get frustrated because things are not immediate is really helpful. We have and can work with folks who have communication challenges and whatnot, but those with high behavioral support needs is not something that can be supported within this program, based that it is well within the community. And the people that I hire for this program, and luckily enough, I've got 3 out of my 4 from last year, yay, they typically don't have backgrounds in this field until they come to us. So we do a lot of orientation to get them up to speed on everything that we do. Yeah, I think that's it. When registration opens, it'll be available on our KidsAbility shop. And again, similar to my community hub and other registration processes, if you'd like to reach out to me prior to registration date to set up your account, not me, but I have a wonderful team that can give you a hand with that are very skilled with helping with the shop. I'm not the person to ask, unfortunately, but they are pretty fantastic. And our spaces do fill up rather quickly as well. So thank you very much for your time.
So Jen, just a couple other questions.
Yeah.
Have you ever, or can you accommodate someone in a wheelchair? So if they have obviously some independent mobility, or if they're in a power chair, can they attend your program? And the second question is, how much support can you provide for personal care needs?
Okay, so with accessibility, we have supported people in the past who've used wheelchairs because they didn't have the stamina for long walks. Where it can become challenging is we are reliant 100% on the GRT. And if you are in a motorized wheelchair or a larger than average chair, sometimes that's difficult to navigate with. But give me a call, right? Talk to me about your loved one. And that's what I would suggest to anybody. If you have specific questions about how this program can fit for your child, give me a call and we can talk that through. It's not a hard no, but I can't say yes either without knowing more. And the other part of that question was personal care. So because I hire college and university students with very limited experience in this field, for everyone's dignity, minimal personal care. So we don't provide a lot of assistance in the washroom unless, of course, it's, an emergency or something has suddenly happened. When we're going swimming, I may not have a male staff to help a gentleman change. So they should be able to, dress on their own. Same goes, I've had years where I've not had a female staff, and having a male help a woman is not something that I'm comfortable with. So again, some independence with that, verbal guidance we can absolutely offer.
Okay, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
And so we will now move it over to Nicole, and Nicole will share about the Sunbeam camps.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nicole Tailby, and I work at Sunbeam Community and Developmental Services. We're located in Kitchener, and our main location is at Kingsway Drive, just behind Fairview Mall in that area. I have two camps actually to tell you about, I should say summer programs to tell you about tonight. One of them is a camp for children and teens. It is a camp that supports individuals who are medically fragile and technologically dependent. We'll watch a little video and learn some stuff about that. The other summer program that I have is for adults 18 and up. And the ratio for both of those camps is about a 1-to-3 ratio. And if we do, we always wait, just like someone else mentioned, to see if we get funding for summer students. So if we do get funding for summer students, then the ratio could be even smaller. So, but that's always kind of a wait and see situation. So yes, so please join me for this video, and I'll tell you a little bit about it when it's over too.
Summer camp is an MFTD camp. MFTD stands for Medically Fragile, Technologically Dependent. We offer exciting theme-based programs for children and teens age 4 to 18 years old. At summer camp, we offer many different activities, including arts and crafts, swimming in our therapeutic pool, spending time in the snoozlin room, and going on community outings. We love to spend as much time as we can outdoors. All of the activities at summer camp are geared towards having fun and making new friends. We have a variety of weekly camp themes, including Summer Fun, Pirates Week, Nature, Ooey Gooey Week, Splish Splash Water Fun, as well as Down on the Farm Week. Registration is limited to 3 weeks per person. Registration opens March 1st. We will be accepting registration details through the My Community Hub website. For more information about summer camp, please check out our flyer or posting at www.mycommunityhub.ca. Thanks for joining us. Please feel free to contact me with any questions you may have. I look forward to meeting you at summer camp.
Thank you so much for jumping in and helping out with that. So that's a little bit about our camp. For that camp, the age group is 4 to 18. The fees are for a regular week, for most weeks, I should say, it's $215. And for a short week, it's $175. At this camp, like it mentioned in there, it is a camp specifically funded for medically fragile, technologically dependent people who need supports in those areas. And so some examples of that might be children and teens who require medication during the day. They might have a G-tube or a J-tube and need assistance with feeding and different textures with feeding. And they might be someone who uses a wheelchair and requires support with personal care. We have equipment at Sunbeam and lifts in the pool, as well as in the camp program. so we can assist with transfers and things like that as well. The group that we have is not very big. We are only accepting 6 people per week. So if you are interested in attending the camp, you definitely want to get on there right at March 1st and register then. And if you have any questions about the program, definitely contact me ahead of time and we can get some information about your loved one and see what kind of supports they would need and if it's a good fit for them. In addition to that camp, we also have a summer program for adults, and that program is called Summer Fun Days. The fee for the Summer Fun Days program is $490. This this program is offered just for 2 weeks over the summer. So the first week is July 24th to 28th, and the second week is July 31st to August 4th. And again, we can assist with personal care and transfers and things like that. The ratio is the same as the other camps, so it definitely fills up very, very fast. So reach out to me if you have any questions. We do have a pool on site, so the participants will get an opportunity to go swimming, outings, crafts. We have a gym, so we have activities and games in the gym as well. And we try to spend a lot of time outdoors and roaming around different parks and in the community as well. So if you have any questions at all, just reach out to me. Both of the programs run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We do offer extended care for an hour in the morning from 8 to 9 or from 3 till 4. And that's kind of on a case-by-case basis as well, because we find that not everybody needs that. So if you have any questions about that as well, just give me a call. I think I covered mostly everything, but yeah, reach out if you have any questions.
What's your number?
Okay, thanks, Nicole. And I'm looking through the chats, general chats, and I think you've addressed all of those. So we're now going to turn it over to Taylor from Carrie's Place.
Thank you, everyone. It is great to be here this evening and see all these awesome presentations so far. So my name is Taylor Gilbert. I'm with Carrie's Place Autism Services, and I'm the Manager of Services and Supports for our Respite and Recreation program. And I'm here to just chat a little bit about our Carrie's Place summer camps. So just a little bit of information in terms of our Carrie's Place summer camp. We do provide the full day opportunities throughout summer for children and youth with autism spectrum disorder. Participants really have that opportunity at our camps to engage in group activities, connect with others their age, and really have an opportunity to take part in activities that would be of interest to them. Everything from arts and crafts to science experiments, baking activities, movement breaks, even some group and collaborative games. And we do like to do a few outings throughout each week of camp as well as potentially bring in some guest facilitators. So just a little bit of information in terms of our Carrie's Place summer camps. So we do offer summer camps in quite a number of different regions. I'm here to specifically sort of talk about our Guelph region camp, because that really would be the primary access point for those that are here today. So that would take part at our Carrie's Place Resource Center that is in Guelph, and it's on Elizabeth Street. Now, also this summer, what we will be looking at is offering a few weeks of virtual camp. We found this to be successful since COVID in terms of having some virtual opportunities for those that might be looking at an at-home option. So we will have 2 weeks of virtual camp as well thrown into this summer. Our cost for our in-person camps is $200. That's for the full week. I know there's a few short weeks this summer, so that cost would be about $160 per week. Throughout the summer, we will be offering camp. We have 8 weeks of summer camp. Now, each week at our Guelph Resource Center, we do have a different age range, and I've included those age ranges below down there. 2 of the primary age ranges that would be for those that are our teenagers would be our ages 12 to 14, as well as our ages 15 to 17 groups. Normally, our in-person summer camp runs from about 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And our virtual option runs from 9:30 to 3:30. I've included a brief sort of session timetable example here. This is just an example of what a regular day may look like. This definitely isn't what every day looks like, but sort of gives a bit of a breakdown. So everything from a morning movement, we like to include some free time and some frequent breaks throughout the day. We also have an opportunity to do whether it's a craft or a science experiment, looking at a social lunch opportunity. And normally that afternoon time is where we like to build in whether it's a guest facilitator, or maybe it's a virtual field trip for a virtual camp, or you know, a field trip out into the community as well. Our ratio, we operate our camps at 5 participants to 2 staff, so it is a bit of a smaller ratio. Now, I know there's been quite a few questions in the chat, so I'll just sort of answer them now related to things like personal care, daily living skills, things like that. Our ratios are smaller because we do provide that care and support to support persons and teens coming into our camp. So we do provide full assistance with things like personal care as well as daily living skills. That results in sort of those smaller participant ratios with our camp, as well as it sort of aids in whenever we go out to things like field trips or community outings. Having that smaller ratio allows us to sort of have that more frequent support with our support persons in the community outings. Couple other things I'll add is just around the themes. So each week of camp throughout the summer is a different theme. So we have a different theme each week, everything from science to performing arts, our Mission Impossible week, things like Planet Earth or sports, animals is another week. We also have our play and learn sort of sensory week as well, and also our technology week. So in terms of registration, we will be starting our registration the second week of April. More information in terms of that will be posted likely towards the end of March on our website. And so I've included our website there that just sort of has a running list of our different options that will be posted. You can also feel free to contact us at our intake department. All of our camp registration is done through our intake team. They're a great team and really work with you as families in terms of getting information from you in terms of what you may be looking at for camp weeks and interests for your child. And so they do a really great job of having those conversations with you. So I've included both their email as well as their phone number here for you. And that's it for our Carey's Place camp.
So thank you, Taylor. There was a question in the chat as far as that you were only for autism. So obviously you have to have autism. I actually have one question for you. Can you live out of Wellington County and access your camps, or do you have to live in Guelph, Wellington?
That is a great question, Cheryl, and we welcome anyone out of county as well. So yes, if you are willing to do the drive from Waterloo region or from, say, even from Dufferin, I know there's probably no one here from Dufferin, but yeah, we welcome anyone that would be willing to do the drive. And for our virtual camp, that is open to anyone across Ontario. So yeah.
So as long as your child has autism, you can access the Carey's Place camps. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks,
so now we are going to turn it over to Marina from City of Kitchener.
Excellent, thank you. Just gonna share my screen here with my backyard right there. Perfect. Okay, so my name is Marina. I'm an Inclusion Services Coordinator with the City of Kitchener. Today I will be speaking about services that are available not only in Kitchener, but also with the City of Waterloo. And I'll just start off right away with our first summer program, which is called Youth Sense. Youth Sense has been specifically designed for youth with disabilities 9 to 14 years of age who do not require one-to-one support. It is meant for kids who thrive in a camp environment that includes a variety of activities, including arts, sports, games, guest speakers, and nature activities, and also some little adventures. Maybe we'll go to Kiwanis Park, depending on our location. I just got flustered there. So yes, and we'll be running out of 3 different locations this summer, and the activities that we do will be based on where we're at. We'll take advantage of where we're located and use some of the resources that are there. The staff to participant ratio is low for this program to increase the to create a more supportive environment that meets the sensory, emotional, and physical needs of the participants. Participants will also get many opportunities to help guide the activities that they do. So we'll provide lots of options so that we can do what the group feels like doing that day. Camp, there's 3 weeks of camp happening this summer. The hours for camp is 9 to 4 p.m. There's 1 week, the week of July 24th is at Bridgeport Community Center. July 31st, it will be a Centerville Chicopee, and 1 week will be at the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex. The cost of the program is $158.84, but for the Waterloo location, it'll be $127.07 just because it is a short week. So if you try to register for the program and the program is full, we definitely encourage you, as other people have mentioned, to put yourself on the wait list because it can move. People do change their minds, and sometimes staff availability can change. That allows us to get more people into the program. And an inclusion membership is required, which I'll speak about in a little bit. Another camp available is It's All About Youth Camp. This camp is designed for youth 13 to 17 years. Campers will participate in a variety of activities, including sports, crafts, cooking, cooperative games, and special guests in a supportive camp environment. Activities are designed with the interests and abilities of the participants and will encourage building friendships, social skills, and life skills. One-to-one support is available, and I will speak to that in a moment and how to request it. Youth camp will be happening at Stanley Park Community Center. The hours are from 9 until 4, and it will be happening during the week of August 14th and August 21st, and the cost is $158.84. Same thing, if the program is full, please put yourself on the wait list, and an inclusion membership is required. To receive one-to-one support or to be able to register for a specialized program, you will need to have an inclusion membership. When you complete this is basically a very extensive form that you complete where you will share information on your likes, dislikes, triggers, coping strategies, personal care routines, and more. From there, appropriate information will be shared with our staff to make sure that the experience is a positive one and that you can enjoy camp. To sign up for an inclusion membership, check out our website, kitchener.ca/inclusion. All ages are welcome, and membership can be completed at any time. So we definitely encourage you that you complete one if you don't have one already. And if you do, to log back into your account to make sure that nothing has changed, or if things have changed, to update your account. The information you provide in the inclusion membership will also help us guide on what activities we plan for camp. So if we notice a lot of bug lovers, we're definitely going to try and get some bugs involved. If we notice a lot of people that are really into sports, we're going to do that. So we really just try and make sure we can cater to everyone's likes and also avoid the dislikes. So there's no cost to receive a one-to-one support staff member to assist you. And the only thing you need to do is just pay for the cost of the program. I just also want to mention a little bit about our staff, that one-to-one support is provided by our inclusion support workers who will be trained in how to support children and youth with disabilities. All ISWs have a strong understanding regarding different disabilities and supports needed and are trained in feeding assistance, personal care, lifts and transfers, and nonviolent crisis intervention, which focuses on verbal de-escalation and physical intervention in crisis situations only. Through Every Kid Counts, one-to-one support is available for any City of Kitchener or Waterloo camps. There are day camps for ages 4 to 13 and specialized camps for ages 13 to 17. Inclusion services can offer up to 2 weeks of support per child at no cost. Registration can be completed online or in person at any City of Kitchener facility or Waterloo if you're registering for a Waterloo program. Inclusion support, to request inclusion support, you would just sign up for the summer camp that you're interested in, and then with the corresponding week of inclusion support. And just as a heads up that our summer registration for City of Kitchener is on March 21st at 8:30 in the morning. And in Waterloo, it is on March 8th. Oh, and I realized that there could be some confusion. So the Youth Sense program that is happening at the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex, that you will still register for that program through the City of Kitchener website, not Waterloo. So now I just realized that could be confusing. So don't mix those two up. One-to-one support is also available in our year-round programming as well, which includes programs happening outside of camps. So you could request one-to-one support during the summer months in, like, let's say a yoga class that might be happening, or a knitting program, or a computer class that you might be interested. A full list of programs can be found on both the City of Kitchener and City of Waterloo websites for their respective cities. Once you've registered for a program you're interested in, you can contact Olivia Curtis in Inclusion Services to let them know that you need a support person with you. If one-to-one support, in some cases, I wanted to also mention that one-to-one support is not always guaranteed. If we happen to have a night where all of our staff seem to be busy providing one-to-one support, we may have some challenges, but we will always work really hard to try and find someone, whether it's a staff person, a volunteer, or we look at personal support worker, or you bring in your own personal support worker, or maybe we look at adapting the program in some way. And then also, we're also here to not just provide one-to-one support, but also do program modifications if needed. I just want to mention that there are some other services that are available with the city. So if program fees are preventing you from signing up for one of the camp programs, you can sign up for fee assistance to help you pay for that. You will just need to sign up for the city that you live in.
Marina, there is a question in the chat regarding fee services. So if you have funding through the City of Waterloo, can you use it for the youth camp?
Unfortunately not. So you can use it for City of Waterloo camps, but not for the City of Kitchener camps. But you can sign up for a City of Waterloo camp and receive one-to-one support, because City of Kitchener has a partnership with Waterloo to provide inclusion support. So if you sign up for a Waterloo camp, you can use your fee assistance with them, and then an inclusion support worker can assist them in a different camp that they might have available.
So basically, if you live in Waterloo and have fee assistance, you cannot use it for the youth sense, or that it's all about youth camps. Is that correct?
Yes. There are other options that we can definitely consider. Feel free to contact me. We can chat about it, or you can talk about it with Lynn and Waterloo. But you can also contact an outreach worker in your community that can help pay for the cost. And another great option is Canadian Tire Jumpstart, which can help pay, I believe, up to $200 for camps, which would cover this. And there's also KidSport is the other resource available that you can check out. But feel free to give me a call and or an email, and I can definitely share those links so that you have them.
Those links are also on the KidsAbility website in the Kitchener-Waterloo update that Meg has put on. There was another question related. Do you have to live in Waterloo or Kitchener to attend your camps, or can a Guelph, Wellington, or Cambridge family register for your camps?
If you were able to get in through the registration system and sign up, you're definitely welcome to come. You can live anywhere. You can live anywhere to sign up for our camps, but they do fill up quickly. So I definitely recommend putting the programs that you're interested in your favorites tab in the registration page. And then that way, on the day of registration, when you come on the computer at 8:25, you can watch the time clock basically just tick away. And then as soon as it comes down to 0, register will appear, and you can just click right away on the programs that you have saved so that you don't have to search for them. And I will just now mention one last service. I also just want to point out that if speaking English is a barrier for you as well, City of Kitchener offers on-demand multi-language interpretation services in more than 200 languages. It's available 24/7, basically during any business hours of any facility. And all you have to do is just let a staff know which language you speak, and we will find an interpreter to help us out, to help you understand what it is we provide, and also answer any questions that you might have. If you do have any questions about inclusion support, please contact Olivia. She's the one that will work with our inclusion support workers to help you find a staff person to assist you in a program. Again, when it is summer camps, you do need to register for it separately. So you register for camp and then you register for inclusion support that matches with the week that you're with. But anything outside of summer camps, whether it's an evening program or it's programs during this winter, spring, and fall, you would contact her and let her know when you've registered, and she can then find a staff person. And then if you do have any further questions about specialized camps or fee assistance, either for City of Waterloo or Kitchener, I can't speak to everything that Waterloo does, but at least if you have my info, I can put you in contact with the Waterloo representative. Give me a call or an email. Any questions?
So thank you. We're going to hold questions to the end, but Marina, there has been a request if you can put your and Olivia's contact in the chat. People are looking for that. So I thank you. We're going to turn it over to Melissa, and then we will open it up for all questions. So Melissa from the City of Guelph.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa. I'm from the City of Guelph. I am the inclusion coordinator here. I'm going to talk about our Youth on the Move camp that we run here at the City of Guelph. So Youth on the Move is a camp for youth and teens who require an adapted camp program. The camp offers small group, high staff to camper ratio, and flexible programming to meet the various needs of all of our participants. We do a ton of different activities, outdoor, indoor sports, swimming, cooking, theme days, lots of trips within our community. We utilize the transit system here in Guelph. We do lots of, like, they head downtown, go for coffee, lots of things like that, social interactions. Some general information about our camps. This year we are offering 4 weeks of Youth on the Move. It's alternating with our Kids on the Move camp. So Youth on the Move will be running weeks 3 and 4, 7 and 8. It's for ages 13 to 21. That age range is a bit flexible. We don't have super strict age restrictions on the camp. We run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Our ratio is 4-to-1 plus a team lead. And the fees for a resident are $256.41 for the full week. That fee is a little bit, well, both these fees are a little bit cheaper, of course, for that shorter week. And then the non-resident fee is $294.83. So anybody is welcome at our camp. Our home location is Victoria Road Recreation Center, where my office is here. Just next door, that's where drop-off and pickup is every day. That's just our home base. And then we kind of branch out from here every day. Just some information about whether your camper is group ready. Just to consider, is your camper able to do the following either independently or with some support? With that smaller ratio, we are able to offer a lot of individual support, as well as if there is a need for one-to-one support, we can accommodate that if we have availability of one-to-one support staff. But we see that typically with our smaller ratio and the additional staff of a team lead, we're able to accommodate all the various needs of our campers. Just a bit about our staff. So we hire individuals ages 16 plus. They all must complete a police with a vulnerable sectors check. They receive approximately 50 hours of training, which includes safety and emergency procedures, current and standard first aid CPRC, personal care, program adaptation, sensory needs, lifting and transferring, as well as behavior management. And I actually forgot to add, we do offer the nonviolent crisis intervention training as well. So a little bit of information about subsidy for our camps. We do ask to get the subsidy and funding situated before the camp registration day, which is March 8th. I think I have that later in the slides. Just to ensure that you're not missing out on a spot in camp, we do fill up pretty quickly, and we're not able to hold a spot in the event that funding has not been situated. So we just encourage everybody to make sure that if you are coming with funding, to get that sorted ahead of time. And then a little something new this year, come registration day, the City of Guelph is no longer able to take credit card information over the phone. at the time of registration. So if you do already have a Rec and Roll account prior to registration day, be sure that you're adding your credit card information on your profile if you wish to do phone or online registration. Again, just to make sure you're not missing out on that spot. And yeah, so our registration opens March 8th at 7:30 a.m. Our website there, as well as our Rec and Roll, all of our camps and summer and spring programming will be viewable the 15th of February, which is this Wednesday. So all of our programs will be viewable then, and then March 8th is our actual registration day. My contact information is at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions about camp or inclusion, feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Melissa. I'm actually going to turn it over to Meg now to wrap up our formal part of the presentation.
Okay, before I wrap it up, I'm going to
Oh, yes,
quickly just show. So we did have Extend a Family Waterloo Region had hoped to be able to join us this evening, but were unavailable last minute. But Ben did send along this pamphlet, so I just want to make sure that everybody has a quick chance to have a glance at what they are offering this summer. So here's the information and details about the program. So for their day camp, I don't think they have confirmed which school in the region it will be offered from, but that will be confirmed, and they'll be running 5 weeks of their day camp program for ages 13 and older. And for their summer vacation, which is their overnight camp, they'll be running out of Camp in Pisa in Drumbo, Ontario, and they'll be offering 2 weeks of programming for that. So there is a little bit of additional information here, and if you do have questions, I encourage you to reach out to Ben Sauter at Extend a Family Waterloo Region, who is coordinating the summer program and would be able to answer any questions for you. So I will stop this share quickly and then just let everybody know that one other camp that had hoped to join us as well this evening is KW Gymnastics. So they will be running a few weeks of adaptive camp, but details have not been confirmed yet. So if you are interested in a gymnastics camp experience for your loved one, they will be offering programming up into the teen years, and you can reach out to Asifa at KW Gymnastics or visit their website at kwgymnastics.ca. I believe their summer camp registration is scheduled to open on February 21st at noon. So currently dates and times for the adaptive camps aren't available on the website, but keep an eye on their website. I can post Asifa's contact information in the chat as well. So at this point, we will wrap up the formal presentation. Thank you to our camp directors and program leaders for sharing information about your programs. And thank you to our families for joining us live and participating in the chat. I'm dreaming of summer. It feels like spring out there already. So it feels like summer's just around the corner. So I'm really inspired hearing all of these amazing things that all of you guys are offering for our loved ones. It's really excited that everybody has such an amazing opportunity for a fun, fabulous opportunity to make friends and enjoy their summer. So we will stop the recording now and wrap up the formal part of this event.